So I got in a nice lot of modern figures this week, something I'm really excited about because I needed a lot of these. Most of them are from the Clone Wars era and around there, and I didn't buy a lot of figures during that time, so I'm happy to pick these up at garage sales and on Craigslist. So I got these nice speeders. So I'm not real familiar with the figures that actually go with these. I mean, it's really big for the 6-inch scale. I know this is 6-inch scale, but this is kind of odd. I'll have to figure out what it goes to. This, I'm not sure I actually got the clone trooper that goes to it. And I'm not really interested in the vehicles so much, I just like the figures. And onto the figures. Yeah, I scored big. I got a lot of figures that I think are harder to find. I mean, not a lot of people bought them for their kids, so, you know, maybe you don't get these at yard sales so much. So happy to pick these up. These came from a person I'd bought from before, and he buys storage units, so this came in a storage unit he bought. So I got all of these. So a lot of them were missing pieces, but still pretty cool. So I got the Mokori figures, and these are actually ones that are surplus, so I didn't need these. This entire box is ones I didn't need, so that should tell you how many figures came in this lot. Got Boba and Jango Fett. A nice Darth Vader. Lots and lots of clones, but a lot of them, like I said, are incomplete. Missing helmets. And there were several of them that came, like this little dude. You know, he's got no head. I don't know how people lose the heads and the hands to these, because, you know, they're pretty well on there. So, always amazed when I see, you know, boxes of figures without heads and arms, heads and hands, because, you know, it's not that hard to keep them intact. So, the assassin droid, different parts to the droids. It's, again, missing heads. At least this one falls off. It's a little easier, so you can forgive people for losing that part. Missing parts. Yeah, missing guns, not all that bad. And actually, so I'm just looking at them, someone put the wrong hand on him. So, to figure out whose hand this actually goes to and give it back to him. Grievous, totally decimated. Someone played with him a little too hard. Some of the comic 2-packs are in here. So I have her and I have the Luke somewhere else. I have a nice Anakin. So these are all spare ones I didn't need. So another little Yoda. Vintage Darth Vader. This was actually given to me by my friend cleaning out his garage. So he actually shouldn't be in this box. So I got Darth Vader here, and this nice General Lando. And I'm sure you can probably tell on this that the cape is not his original cape. Someone's replaced it with a little homemade model, what I'm assuming is a homemade model, but it's actually pretty good. The color's not that different than what his cape would have been, and there's a nice little fastener so it goes around his neck, so pretty cool. Lando doesn't have his gun, but, you know, he's good shape. I mean, the paint on his head and his hands are all really nice. So, happy to get him. Not sure I'll ever be able to find the cape and gun for him, because it's just not worth it to buy the accessories, but I'll keep him as is. A lot of little astromechs. The doors always seem to get lost on the back of these guys. Lots of Darth Vaders. Couple of episode 1 figures. So got, well, I guess this would have been Revenge of the Sith 3, so 2 and 3 figures. So I got Obi-Wan, nice Clone Wars Obi-Wan, more Clone Troopers. Again, missing parts, and missing hands. That wasn't his hand, but nice Chewbacca. More Clone Wars. Nice Qui-Gon. The other comic 2-pack, Luke that went with Swan, I think. So lots of droids, not droids, lots of clone troopers. So, you know, missing parts, but still good for display. Like I said, these are the extras of the lot. I did get a complete Imbo, which I really like him from the Clone Wars. I'm still looking for Hondo, but Imbo's a good one too. And these are just great figures that I don't see a lot of at swap meet. So we got a Savaggio Press here from the 3-pack. So I got him. I got the Night Sister. I already threw her out. Got the Night Sister. And I got Darth Maul with the mechanic feet. And the Clone Wars Grievuses. So I think this is the Desert Breeze Luke. With his hair all swoopy. Pieces. A lot of pieces in here. Makes someone a good lot for customizing. Like I said, these are all the extras. One other piece that shouldn't be in here is the Vintage Zuckuss, also from my friend cleaning out his garage. So we'll put him over here by Lando. A lot of the Luke pilots. A lot of the McQuarrie figures. This R2 is actually missing one of his arms, but otherwise complete. Got a Snowtrooper, he's complete. More clones, Boba Fett. So this is what I'm not keeping out of the find. And this should tell you how many figures actually came in there, is because I'm keeping all these. So got a really nice Tauntaun with the little snowflakes. And I have the rider for him in here. I'm pretty sure this is the Luke that goes with him, with the exaggerated goggles, but I'll have to double check. So, really cool. I didn't have that before. Just awesome, massive Clone Wars figures. Lots of clones that I didn't have. I put all their names in the little baggie with them because, like I said, I do not know all the clones' names. There are so many of them. I actually have to look them up in the reference book to find out the weapons that go with them to kind of match them up. But you know, I love the look of them. But lots and lots of clones. And come in a rainbow of colors. Okay, there's Darth Maul with the robot feet. Cool character. I like the way they wrapped up his storyline in Rebels. Space Trooper. So I organized them and wrote all their names on little pieces of paper just so I know who they are. But yeah, there were so many clones in this lot. I mean, it was great. Netting, I don't know what it's from, but I'm keeping it because, you know, this will go great with the Ewok village and the Ewoks. So I would assume this came with something G.I. Joe, but I have no idea, but it's really cool. The Obi-Wan and ARC Trooper 2-pack. This was one of the multi-packs, the Cad Bane with the droids. I mean, really cool set. Happy to have that. Another 2-pack Mara Jade and the Luke. I'm missing the sash on him. Hopefully I'll be able to find it someday, but didn't have those. Little extra parts. This Obi-Wan had to come with a vehicle because I don't know any other single release that came with a full cloth skirt. So I'll have to figure out. I think he came with the speeder sidecar, but he's really cool. Lots of stands for the figures. More of the figures, not the deleted scenes, but I mean just the odd figures they came out with at that time. Kashyyyk Clone Troopers. Missing lots of her accessories, but still, you know, really cool 2-pack figures. Lots of clones. It's my extra parts I was putting together. It's, you know, awesome looking characters. I mean, that's why I love characters from this era. They just look so nice. Got a nice Wampa with his arm coming off. I'll have to see what 2-pack he came with, because I didn't get a Luke to go with him. Yeah, lots and lots of nice figures. Count Dooku. I put 2 of them in here because, for whatever reason, one had the lightning hands and one didn't. Because I know, you know, one figure came with the interchangeable hands. I don't have extra hands to complete both of them, so now I have 2 figures. Lightning hand Dooku and non-lightning hand Dooku. Ahsoka with the little baby hut. You know, can't get too cool. So, tons of figures from the storage unit. And I also went to an estate sale this weekend and last weekend, and I got much more than I should have. I got another, I already had a Spiro BB-8, but I picked this one up because I want to actually take mine outside on the concrete, and I didn't want, you know, the only one I had to get scuffed up, so now I have an extra one that I can keep all nice. Got a nice little hologram Yoda. So this was from the estate sale. I normally wouldn't have picked this up, but I got it with everything else because, as I mentioned before, you have to bundle stuff to get a savings. The one non-Star Wars thing I got at the estate sale, which I'll end up reselling, is this Deadpool watch. Knew nothing about it. The guy collected a lot of stuff. There were actually, he had like 4 or 5 different watches, each had a different character on there, so, you know, I got the Deadpool one. One other figure to note, this is also a cool figure. The other thing I got from the estate sales, yeah, I might have gone a little overboard, because previously I only had one lightsaber, and that was a Obi-Wan. One I picked up when Master Replicas first started doing it, so what is that, early 2000s at the earliest, or the latest. So here we have the Darth Maul, Master Replica, and Anakin. Both these are open, both these are played with. The condition of these, not really as nice as I would have hoped, but I got them for pretty cheap, so I can pass them off for pretty cheap. But then I picked up 3 more lightsabers. So I got Luke Skywalker's. This is one of the new ones from Force FX. The Obi-Wan, or not the Obi-Wan, the Yoda from Force FX. And Darth Maul from, this is the Master Replica version of him, which I think is actually a nicer version. These last 3, all unopened. Like I said, the guy collected stuff, didn't open half of it. So I may have went a little overboard, but yeah, so now I went from having 1 lightsaber to 6 lightsabers. So I think I should probably stop buying lightsabers now. So that was my find for the last couple weeks, and hopefully I'll be able to find some more vintage soon, because it's been a little while.